Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler du chapitre 8, grammaire 1, les corvées chez les bas au Sénégal. So in this chapter thus far, we've learned to ask for, give, and refuse permission, and tell how often you do things. In the next vocabulary section, we'll learn to describe a house and tell where things are. So today specifically, we're looking at, reviewing the passé composé of regular IR and RE verbs. So how do we form the passé composé? So remember the three pieces for forming are first your subject, then a helping verb, and finally your past participle. Okay, so our first part is subject. An example, food. So once I have my subject down, then I need to move on to my helping verb. So the most common helping verb that we've used so far is avoir. So let's review the forms of avoir. So we have je. Well, the je form is ai, j'ai, tu, as, ils, elles, ont, a, nous avons, vous avez, ils, elles, ont. So those are our first two steps. We have our subject and we have a helping verb. So now let's move on to reviewing the past participles. So previously we looked at irregular verbs, which we'll review in a moment, and regular ER verbs. So for regular ER verbs, remember you just drop your ER and add an E with an accent aigu. For IR verbs, we have to take off our IR and just add an I. So choisir turns to choisi. So for example, tu as choisi quelque chose? Did you pick something out? And for RE verbs, you have to drop your RE and add a U. So for example, elle a perdu ses devoirs. She lost her homework. Sorry guys, my son's having a fit. Now, back to our page. So for our past participles, so we said a regular ER, you drop the ER and add an E accent aigu. For IRs, we drop our IR and add an I. And for REs, you drop your RE and add a U. All right, finally, let's review our irregular verbs. So remember, être changes to été, avoir changes to eu, vouloir changes to voulu, boire changes to bu, lire changes to lu, voir changes to vu, mettre changes to mis, entre changes to puis, faire becomes fait, and pleuvoir changes to plu. All right, guys, that's all of the review that we're going to deal with today. So if you have any questions, make sure you jot them down. Pause while review is necessary. And we'll deal with all questions when we get back together as a group. Bonne nuit, tout le monde.